Hyper Light Drifter is a really interesting game because of its development story. It started out on Kickstarter and was successfully kickstarted to become the product it is today. When it initially released, there was a problem with it being capped at 30 frames per second. Some people took high offense to that, and some others really didn't care. For the most part, the game was well reviewed, though. I recently picked it up when I heard that it had gotten a 60 frames per second patch, or it's still a beta patch at this point, but it's a patch nonetheless. So I picked up the game, and to be fair, this game, compared to all the other ones that I've talked about, I've actually played the most time of when recording this video, because there's something compelling about this game that I can't really put my finger on. For some games, the story keeps me enthralled with it until it's over, and then I drop it. And other games, similar to Overwatch, Dota, League of Legends, those kind of games, CSGO, there is no story to keep you there. You're there kind of for the gameplay, but I'm also there for the companionship. I play those games with my friends for the most part. It would take a lot for me to play those games by myself. And so when I play Hyper Light Drifter, a game that convolutes its story and the game mechanics are, pretty good, but I also am really stubborn when playing the game, so I also die a lot. It is really complicated for me because I don't know where this game fits in category-wise. Like, sure, you could say it's an adventure game, it's definitely an action-y game, but there's also kind of like secrets that I want to find. For some reason, I have a compulsion to like find every single thing in this game, so I'm thinking about like 100%ing it, and that's not something usual for me to do. If we look back at the games that I've done, I 100%ed Ronin, and I think it was Teslagrad. No, God, no, I did not 100% Teslagrad. Definitely 100% Ronin then. That's the one. I swear to God there was another one. But, yeah, I'm definitely thinking about it. And I think that's a testament to this game's quality, because it controls well. Sure, I get frustrated when I can't do something correctly. I mostly think that's my fault because I love spamming buttons, and obviously for games you don't really spam buttons. But there is something compelling about Hyper Light Drifter. It controls really cool. There's lots of different enemy types. The bosses have different phases for the most part, and I think it's like a really well-rounded game. I'm excited to see what else Heart Machine does. Heart Machine is the developers of Hyper Light Drifter, because it seems they have a lot of talent. I just hope that maybe their next game can expand upon what they already have, not just a reskin of this game. Some studios thrive on only one game, though. A really great example of this would be the Yacht Club Games guys. They have Shovel Knight, and they're still supporting Shovel Knight. Now, they did reach a goal on Kickstarter. That is another Kickstarted game. They had reached a goal on Kickstarter, so they would have to create 3 expansions for that game, and they are currently hard at work on the second one. So, they are maybe going to do another game, but for now, it's been a couple years, and Shovel Knight's the only thing they have done. So it's not impossible for a studio, I guess, to continue along with only one game. I guess that's the same thing for the guys who made Fez, but that's kind of more circumstantial since they did have a sequel announced. But it's an interesting idea that you could have a really successful company in today's day and age in the indie market and have only really one game to your name. It's really odd, especially since the gaming industry is kind of built on these franchises like Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Battlefield now. It's odd. It's really odd to see a company have one game to champion its entirety. And that's, Hyper Light Drifter for Heart Machine games. It's definitely worth a look, though, that game. It It seems kind of weird at first, and there's definitely enough challenge for anyone looking for one, especially since one of the achievements is to never die through one whole playthrough. Now, that's going to be hard. But I think with enough skill and time, you could probably do it. It just seems so fucking impossible.